Ever dreamed of playing legendary console and PSP classics right in the palm of your hand? Well, thanks to the magic of Android emulation and faithful ports, that dream is now a reality. Today, we're diving into 10 absolutely iconic games that once defined a generation, and now, they're ready to blow your mind all over again on your smartphone. So grab your headphones, charge your phone, and let's jump into the ultimate list of must-play Android classics that prove great games never truly die, they just get reborn on mobile. First up, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. This isn't just a game, it's a full-blown hunting expedition you carry in your pocket. Originally a PSP smash hit, this Android port brings the complete MHFU experience to mobile, with over 500 megabytes of content. You'll track, trap, and battle massive monsters like rat halos, diablos, and even the legendary fatalis, all while crafting gear from your hard-earned loot. The game runs in single-player mode, but you can also team up with friends via local multiplayer, if your emulator supports it. The controls are surprisingly smooth once you get used to them, and the sense of progression, going from a rookie hunter to a dragon-slaying legend, is unmatched. If you love strategy, preparation, and epic boss fights that last 10+ minutes, this is your new obsession. Next, we dive into the emotional heart of the FFBII universe with Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII. This action RPG tells the tragic story of Zack Fair, a soldier with a smile, a sword, and a fate you won't forget. The Android version is around 1.2 gigabytes, and it faithfully recreates the original PSP visuals with crisp cutscenes and a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack. Gameplay blends real-time combat with the iconic materia system, letting you customize Zack's abilities on the fly. It's single-player only, but every mission feels personal, intense, and deeply connected to the larger Final Fantasy VII lore. If you've ever wondered what happened before Cloud's story began, this is your answer. And trust me, you'll need tissues by the end. Brutal, bloody, beautiful. God of War, Ghost of Sparta brings Kratos' rage to Android in stunning detail. At roughly 1.1 gigabytes, this port delivers console-quality graphics, smooth animations, and that signature over-the-top violence the series is known for. You'll slash through mythological beasts, solve ancient puzzles, and uncover dark secrets about Kratos' past, all in single-player mode. The touch controls are well optimized, with virtual buttons and swipe-based combos that actually work. If you love cinematic action with weighty combat and epic scale, Ghost of Sparta proves that mobile can handle god-tier gameplay. Time to cruise through the neon-soaked streets of 1980s Vice City. GTA, Vice City Stories lands on Android with its full open world intact, clocking in at about 1.5 gigabytes. Play as Victor Vance, a soldier-turned-criminal, as you build a crime empire from the ground up. This is a single-player sandbox experience, packed with missions, side jobs, vehicles, and radio stations that'll have you grooving to retro hits. The touchscreen controls take a little getting used to, but once you're riding a motorcycle through downtown with the sunset behind you, pure magic. It's not just a game, it's a vibe. Stealth, strategy, and Snake, oh my! Metal Gear Solid, Peace Walker is a tactical masterpiece that somehow fits perfectly on mobile. At 1.8 gigabytes, it's one of the larger installs, but every megabyte is worth it. You'll command your own private army, sneak through jungles, and take down tanks all in single-player mode, though the original co-op is sadly missing on mobile. The interface is smartly adapted for touch, with intuitive menus and mission planning. Plus, that classic MGS storytelling? Still as gripping as ever. If you love thinking your way through danger, this is your kind of war. Get ready to throw down. Tekken 6 brings the arcade fighting fury to Android with jaw-dropping 3D models and over 30 playable fighters. The file size? Around 1.3 gigabytes, and it's packed with modes, including story, arcade, and practice. This is strictly single-player on mobile, but the AI is tough, and the combo system is deep enough to keep you training for weeks. The touch controls use a virtual stick and punch/kick buttons, and while it's not perfect, it's shockingly playable. If you've ever wanted to launch Jin Kazama into orbit with a devastating uppercut, your phone is now your fighting arena. Before Ghost of Sparta, there was Chains of Olympus, and it's just as epic. This prequel sees Kratos battling through the underworld to save the sun god Helios. The Android port is about 900 megabytes, and it runs smoother than you'd expect on modern devices. With single player only, you'll experience tight combat, mythological set pieces, and that classic God of War intensity, all optimized for touch. The camera angles, the music, the sheer scale of the bosses, it's a cinematic journey that fits in your pocket. Don't sleep on this one, it's a mobile masterpiece. Believe it! Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Impact lets you play as your favorite shinobi in fast-paced, arena-style battles. At 1.4 gigabytes, it's a meaty download, but fans of the anime will feel right at home. This is single-player focused, with story missions, free battles, and unlockable jutsus. The combat is flashy, with wall running, combo chains, and screen-filling ultimate moves. Touch controls use a mix of taps and swipes for special techniques, and while it's not tournament-ready, it's incredibly fun for casual play. If you've ever wanted to yell Rasengan while launching an enemy into orbit, this is your game. Step into the robes of Altair in Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, the PSP exclusive sequel that's now on Android. At 800 megabytes, it's a leaner experience than the console games, but don't let that fool you. This single-player adventure takes you to Cyprus, where you'll climb towers, assassinate Templars, and uncover secrets, all with simplified but satisfying parkour and stealth mechanics. The touchscreen interface works well for targeting and climbing, and the story bridges the gap between AC1 and AC2. It's a must-play for lore lovers and mobile assassins alike. Finally, we've got The Warriors, a gritty, street-level brawler based on the cult classic film. At 1.1 gigabytes, it brings the 1970s New York gang wars to life with brutal melee combat and squad-based tactics. In single-player mode, you control a crew of warriors, fighting rival gangs in real-time brawls that feel chaotic and intense. The touch controls map punches, grabs, and throws intuitively, and the voice acting? Pure nostalgia. If you've ever wanted to shout "Warriors, come out to play," while throwing bottles and swinging bats, this game delivers. Wow, what a ride! From monster slaying to street fighting, these 10 games prove that Android is more than just Candy Crush and endless runners. These are real experiences, packed with story, strategy, and soul. If you enjoyed this list, smash that like button, share it with a fellow retro gamer, and subscribe so you never miss our next deep dive into gaming greatness. Got a favorite mobile classic we missed? Drop it in the comments below. Until next time, game on, legends!